following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to our man Dave in Clearwater. Hey, Dave, Happy New Year. What's happening, man?
Happy New Year to you, my brother. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great, man. How you been?
I am doing well, man. I'm doing well. Can I throw a quote out at you?
Sure.
In the market, somebody knows something. Someone always knows something. That statement was made by a great trader by the name of Tom O'Brien about 6-7 years ago.
Oh, yeah?
And it kind of hit me like a brick. But you're right. Somebody always knows something.
Hey, Carlos, what's going on, brother?
I'm calling you back, Tom. This morning I had the pleasure to talk to you and your son, and I don't want to miss the opportunity to talk to you again.
Well, I think you made some money on this bond.
Oh, yes, Tom. Your newsletter helped me.
That's a beautiful thing. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. To begin a great relationship, know what you want. Know what the needs of your body are, what the needs of your mind are, and what fits well with you. There are millions of men and women, and some of them make a good match for you and others won't. The two of you only need to be like a key and a lock, a match that works. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials down 82. You got the NASDAQ off 10. S&Ps are down 8.5. Gold contract up $5.40, trading at $12.77 an ounce. Silver up 8 cents, $16.84 an ounce. Copper flat, $3.11 a pound. Light sweet crude up 22 cents, $54.11 a barrel. Notes, 10-year note up 13 ticks, 125 even. 30-year bond up a full point, plus 3 ticks, 152.09. King dollar down 368 ticks, trading at 94.450. The euro is at 116.5 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 113 to the U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? So we take a look at the SPY first. You get a sideways to slightly lower market out here. SPY's down 85 cents. You've done 35 million shares, 33 million shares. You're at 256.85. And we'll see if, in fact, we get any more selling pressure as we come into the close out here today. I expect what we're going to see is they're going to see this gap get filled from Friday. That'll be 255.92. NDX 100, the same type of setup inside the NDX. That's the only indice thus far that's still staying in the positive. You have the 3Qs up 20 cents. You're at 151.44. We traded as high as 152.19. And if we go inside the NDX, the strength versus the weakness, strength out here is Dish. That's up 4%, or $1.91. You get Tractor Supply up 4%, or $2.30. You get Skyworks up 3.2%. That's an Apple supplier, up $3.54. Avco Technology, also an Apple supplier, that's up 3% at $7.98. Taken away from it, you get T-Mobile down 5.25%, or $3.80. JB Hunt's down 3.6%, or $4. Mondelez is down 3.3%, or $1.82, and Illumina is down 3%, or $6.42. Bonds inside the note market. Notes got a bid out here, folks, and bonds as well. Note market right now, you're up 13 ticks. We are trading at a price point of 125. Bottom line, you got 1.1 million contracts traded. That's saying that the note market is going to make its way up to, number one, the swing high from the 13th of October, which is 125.25. And more than likely what we're going to end up seeing is that this thing is going to go right up into 127.28, which was the September 8th highs. Now, what is intriguing here in this quarter, and I've talked about this before, about there's more demand than there are supply. Well, the Treasury came out this morning, and they're actually cutting in half the amount of marketable debt that they're going to issue between October and December of this year. They had planned on basically issuing $275 billion, and guess what? They're only going to issue $205 billion. So what that does immediately, folks, that's saying that folks that buy notes, bonds, bottom line, until this morning, thought that they'd have, $430 billion coming out. Well, they're not going to have $430 billion coming out. They're going to have $205 billion. What that's going to do, that's going to keep pressure, upward pressure, that is, on the note and bond market. Because when you take a look around the world, bottom line, we still have some of the highest rates in the world. Gold contract. What do we have with the gold contract? Gold contract continues to catch a bid from last Friday. We've done 247,000 contracts out here today. You're at 1277, and what that was all about on Friday, as it rejected the swing low from October 6th and into its strength from the 9th of August, is that the market is looking at that Powell will probably get picked by Trump to be the next Fed chairman, and what you'll have there is that you'll have a status quo dove in the system, and there will be no shocks to the system. That's what seems to be happening out here. Some of the higher volume stocks, well, actually, let's go back inside the Dow Industrial, see the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow first. Strength inside the Dow out here today is Apple. Apple's putting 24 positive points in. Apple's up 356. Boeing's putting 16 points in. That's up 240. Travelers is putting 10. That's up $1.55. Taken away from it, 3M's the culprit on the way. That's putting 25 negative points into it. Merck, the drug stock, has been getting smoked in an incredible way, actually. That's putting 23 negative points into it. That's down 340. You get United Health putting 18 negative points, down 271. Home Depot putting 11, down 168. If we go back over and we take a look at Merck, what you're going to see with Merck in 3 days, I believe it's lost 10 points. So last Thursday it was at 62. You're at 54 right now. And this has some big juice behind the move lower. It looks like this is going to go after a lower swing point out here of $45. So Merck has some problems. Some of the higher volume equities in this market out here today, this is what you have. You have Bank of America down 23 cents. Intel is off 25 cents. Twitter is down 53. You have Comcast off 34. Macy's is down 83. Oh, you want to see, you never want to lose a contract with Walmart. Iconic Brands, that's down $2.91. It's trading $1.99. They own a lot of different brands. This thing looks like it's going to just go out of business. What they did, they were buying all older brands forever. London Fog, Danzig, there's firms that we'd know about, but this is blowing by a swing point out here today, and looks like it's going to be going out of business. $44 in 2014, $2 today, breaking a B point, and it's breaking it with volume, and your price projection is in the negative. So I don't think that place is going to be in business too much longer. Dow Industrials right now are down 91. NASDAQ is off 13. S&Ps are off 10.5. We're going to break back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now down 88. You get the NASDAQ off 14. S&Ps are off 11. Let's go and take a look at the financials out here. So the XLF right now, folks, flat market. You're down 13 cents. You're 26.65. We'll see whether it's going to try to fill up this gap in the next few days at 26.34. If we take a look at JP Morgan out here down 45 cents. Now, that's with light volume. JP Morgan is going to need a lot more juice on the way down in order to get to lower price. We go to Berkshire Hathaway, which is the largest weighting structure inside the XLF. That's a sideways move also, down 85 cents, 187.74. We go over into the energy market. We take a look at the XLE. The XLE are up 37 cents, $67.71. The number to keep your eye on, this is where it's going to be hovering right into the close, is 67.70. Right now we're 1 penny over it. And what that is, that was the high of Friday. We had high volatility in this market on Friday. It didn't get any juice, but bottom line is for a market that went topside, well, incredibly topside, the XLE just couldn't handle it, and that had to do with Chevron. Chevron came down hard last Friday. Chevron right now is up $1.14. Chevron had gapped down from 119 on Friday, went down to 112. Bottom line is that Chevron looks like it's going to make its way to the lower end of this consolidation, which is 102.55. We go take a look at the high flyers out here from last Friday. Google almost finished its ABC structure on the way up. That structure was 1,050. We made it to 1,048.39. What you have out here today, Google couldn't hold higher price today. Google got to 10.24. Right now, you're at 10.14. And what's always the danger with an equity that is gapped so dramatically is that these gaps will get filled. You know, they don't have to get filled right away. But the way Google's trading right now, it's not going to take much to get it filled. The reason being is that Google traded into the bottom of the gap out here at 12 o'clock today. It got to 107.50, and that is a big danger because if Google gets sucked back into that gap, you'll see that gap get filled down there at 987. Amazon, the king dog out here, Amazon went to another new high out here today, traded up to a price point of 11.22. Right now we're at 11.10, and of course that gap is out there too. Amazon doesn't look like it wants to fill that gap just yet. Intel had traded to another high on Friday, traded to another high today, then just gave it up. Intel has just traded from 45.19. We're at 44.05. Microsoft, same type of setup, went top side on Friday. Now Microsoft's in a little trouble. Microsoft got to $86 Friday and 20 cents. Closed at 83.81. Now we're at 83.56. It's into the gap. And once you get into that gap, it's like a big magnet that can suck you right down into it. As long as it comes down with light volume, that's still saying it wants higher price. But bottom line is that because they did gap so tremendously, those gaps are huge. They're absolutely huge. NVIDIA, let's go take a look at NVIDIA out here. NVDA, this equity has not only been on a tear, but this is the equity that took up the composite not last week, but before that in a huge way. NVIDIA just hit another new high. We hit 206.08. Right now you're at 203.45. Percentage-wise, what we have out here coming into the close, this is how this is laying out. You have the Dow Jones down 0.4%, S&P's down 0.3%, NASDAQ down 0.2%. No big numbers out here. Over in Europe, we closed, the FTSE closed down 0.2%. The CAC in France was flat. The DAX was also flat. We go take a look at Hong Kong last night. That was down 0.3%. Hang Seng was down 0.3%. And let's go see. The Hang Seng was down 0.3%. Shanghai was down 0.7%. 877-927-6648. GDX. Let's go into the gold market here and take a look at the GDX. So the GDX out here today, up 21 cents, 19 million shares traded. That's going to need a lot more share volume and price spread in order to get to higher price. Right now, we're 22.78. I want to see this inside 23 bucks. 23.18 actually. 23.18 was the downdraft from the 20th of September. You get inside that, your probability goes much higher that they want to go higher. Now, what the GDX did is that it came back, it tested its strength from the 26th of July as well as August 16th. Did it with lighter volume, so that's set up. But now what you need to see after that, you need to see a wide price spread, accelerated volume, sign of strength going topside. As we come into the closeout here, let's go back over to the NDX 100. Now, the NDX 100 has been holding tight, meaning, it went into the red slightly this morning at approximately noon. Now, that 6202, I expect we're going to see that tested. 6202 at noon today inside the NASDAQ futures. They did have volume down there. Looks like they want to go down there. And we'll find out if that can get broken, because if that gets broken, you can actually take the top of that. Yeah, you can take the top of that and say it wants to go to 6150. And that'll be pretty easy to do, because we went up so fast. Once you break that type of support coming across, you can go down just as quick, because there's nothing there holding that up. There hasn't been a foundation that's built, and once you don't have a foundation that's built, you hit it a few times, that downdraft takes place, and there's nothing in the middle. There's no bids in the middle of it. That's what normally happens on something like that. The E-minis, we take a look at the E-minis out here. So they're down 11.5 bucks. They're going after the noon low out here today, which is 25.65. Right now you're at 25.67. And what did save that is that's when we went topside on Friday morning. That's where you had some volume in it. So I suspect we're going to know that pretty quickly. You're only 25 minutes into the last hour of trading right now. So this is going to get tested, and I expect you're going to see that tested in the next few minutes. In the case of the S&Ps, you break that. That's going to basically also push something downtown. The TLT, yes, the TLT bottom line wants higher price. TLT is at 124.32. The TLT is the 20-year bond plus ETF. Hey, these rates are going down again. The TLT bottom line, last time we were up at this 129.56, guess what? It had volume. It took out its swing point. So yes, the Federal Reserve, no doubt, is saying that they're still going to go up on short-term rates. But bottom line, you can see from the buying and selling inside the note market and the bond market, number one, that they want higher price. That's technically. Fundamentally, this news out here today that the Treasury is not going to be issuing as many notes and bonds as the market had thought is a huge deal. They cut the thing in half. So picture, you're talking about cutting it in half. You go from 440 billion that they're going to issue 205 billion. It's a big deal. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 87. You get the NASDAQ off 11. S&Ps are off 10. We take a look at the volume characteristics out here, folks. You're at 554 in the NYSE, so that'll come in around 750. We take a look at the composite. The composite's at 1.6. That's going to come in at about 2 billion. So if we go do a look at, and the composite, that'll be a higher high. Doesn't have the juice. Close at the lows of the day. We'll see whether that gap's going to get filled. So the composite got to a price point today of 67.27. You're at 66.88. Bottom line is that you're into the bar from Friday. There's no reason you can't close up the gap, which would be pretty quick if, in fact, that happens in the next few days. NDX 100. What we have with the NDX 100, it's the same type of setup. The NDX 100 got to 62.50 today. We're at 62.18 right now. A close under the 62.23 would set up the same type of situation. And what we will be getting this week, we are going to be getting some big numbers out. Facebook is coming out Wednesday at 4:05. Where Facebook is at an all-time high right now. It traded to 180.69 today, and that's an all-time high. Apple, I believe, also is an all-time high right now. Apple is trading 166.57. It hit 180.07. That's coming out, let's see, Thursday at 4:30. So when Apple comes out, the futures won't be open. Bottom line is that the number to keep your eye on Apple the next couple of days is going to be the 164.94 number. We got to the 168.07. The swing point it took out is 164.94. And we'll see whether it's going to hold that number. AFCO, AVGO, their suppliers definitely really got some big juice in the last couple of days. AFCO Technologies just went from 242 on Friday. We're at 260 today, and that's taken out its highs. SKWS. Skyworks, let's take a look. SWKS, rather. That's up 374. Okay, now this is a different animal, this one, because you're still coming into the downdraft that was created out there from June 9th at 112. So this is going to have some volatility. There's going to be volatility coming into this. That's this is Skyworks has been in a consolidation. Top of it's 112.10. We hit 112.26 today. So you got over it today. The real question is going to be, can it stay out over it? You had a good sell down on June 9th. You had an additional sell down on June 30th, as well as June 22nd. So you have a seller inside that market. The real question is, did they get rid of what they wanted to get rid of, or are they still out there selling away? You had IBM right now is up 56 cents. You got Honeywell down $1.60. 3M is down $4. You get Procter & Gamble off 75 cents. GE down 41 cents. GE's just falling apart, folks. GE's $11 is coming at them. This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out. So GE just last week was at 23.87. It's heading for this high volume. Well, you got the August high volume low is $19.37. We're almost at that level, but that's going to blow that away on a monthly basis and on a weekly basis. So that's saying it's lined up to get down to the price point of $11.35, you know, which is the high of the low of March of 09. Pretty amazing, no doubt. And yeah, if you believe that article, there's an article in the Wall Street Journal this morning, and what Jeff Elmet is claiming is that he didn't even know that he had a second jet that was following at all times. It's just such a bunch of BS, folks. It's pretty amazing. The board was saying that they didn't know. He's saying that he didn't know. Could you imagine that you're so far out of it that you first off, you have a jet that's flying you around, and then you have a second jet that's flying you around just in case something happens with the first jet, and then you have the audacity to turn around and say, well, I didn't know that. Well, guess what? If you don't know that you have a second jet following you around and you're running a billion-dollar company, I can't even imagine how many other things you don't know, because if you can't turn around and looking back at you, that's pretty intense, man. And in GE's case, we're talking about 124 billion with a B revenue company. So it just kind of goes to show that the market in general and a lot of these CEOs will feed you anything, and they just expect you to basically believe it, because I don't believe that for 1 second. It's so incomprehensible. It's just unbelievable. So what happens? So picture this. So if you've been to these small airports, when jets fly in, folks, to different cities, right? There's a lot of different airports. When that happens, guess what happens? You have one jet that's lined up. Well, guess what? That second jet is right near it or next to it, okay? You can see them lined up at these small airports on a continual basis, okay? So the bottom line is that he's claiming that, you know, he was always so oblivious that he never saw that when he was walking back outside to get back on the jet. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, and the bottom line is that they will sell you a $10,000 umbrella to basically stand in the sunshine, too. Yeah. Thanks. 877-927-6648. Let's go over and take a look at the euro out here. So we got the dollar index with a confirmed ABC structure on the way up. What you had out here today is that, you know, it basically has given it back a little, but it's with light volume. The correlation to that, of course, would be the euro. The euro right now is trading at 116.48. That came down from 118 to 116 on Friday, Thursday rather. The euro, you know, that euro can go up 117.17. If it gets into 117.17, then it's going to have a shot. It's going to have a shot to basically get back inside that higher range. You know, we hit a low of 115.75 on Friday. Right now, you're at that 116. It has more work to do in order to get up there, but it has started that move into higher price. We go take a look at let's see. So let's see when we had a couple gold stocks that are coming out with numbers this week too. Okay, no, Franco-Nevada is going to be next week. That's the 6th. We have Royal Gold the 2nd. Okay, so Royal Gold's going to be important. If you're in the equity market, the metals market, Royal Gold's important. This is why. So Royal Gold likes to trade, well, it gives you an indication of where the metals market wants to go because it's a royalty stock. And I don't like what Royal Gold has done right now, and this is what it is. And so there's some divergence inside the actual equity gold market right now. Because what Royal Gold did is that it broke a swing, had the volume on the break last Thursday. So you could look at Royal and say, okay, 94 is your A, 85 is your B. I'm just ballparking this at this point. That is saying it wants to go to 80 bucks. Now, 80 bucks is where it broke topside from in July. And if that's the case, it's like, okay, what is bringing that down? And the way this is trading out here today, too, you're up 16 cents, but guess what? It's light volume. So that could be a little problem child inside the metals market this week. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 83, Nasdaq's off 13, S&Ps are off 10. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are down 73. You get the NASDAQ off 5, S&Ps are off 8. And we'll see whether the bulls can get back under this thing and get that NASDAQ positive. They just got the NDX positive. It was down a couple of points. Now it's up 8. It'll take a little bit more to get the composite positive. If we take a look at the IBB right now is flat, $316. And that looks like it's setting up a little, actually a big ABC down, because the 8-point on this would be 342. Yeah, your B's 311. So you're talking about 31 points, which would get you into the 290 area, which is the 282 is the lowest swing point. Yeah. Actually, 282. And 293 is where we broke out from in June. So let's take a look at this. This is kind of interesting when we talk about data. BlackRock's Wiseman says Beijing's bike rentals show data is king. China's booming bicycle rental industry is just one example of how data can make even the oldest of businesses lucrative, and failing to adopt can prove costly, according to the world's largest asset manager. The value in the business isn't really in the bicycles themselves, the environmental benefit, or the potential to ease pressure on public transport, but in the information they produce. Mark Wiseman, global head of active equities at BlackRock, said in a panel today at the Toronto Global Forum, the owners of those bicycles know where they are being ridden, when and by whom, Wiseman said. And I can tell you as an investor, I'd be willing to pay a lot of money for that data. Led by Beijing Mobike Technology Limited, China's bike sharing industry has attracted billions in investment from the likes of Warburg Pincus, DST Global, and with some preparing to expand overseas. Users can park the bikes anywhere and unlock them with the click of their mobiles. If you do not believe in technology that is affecting your business, you are dead, Wiseman added. It is affecting every single business, every single enterprise, everywhere in the world. Yeah, you know what they have done, which is pretty cool, folks. I don't know how successful it is yet, but in St. Petersburg, Florida, we, on just about, not every corner, but every 4 or 5 corners, in the city, what they have done is that there is the same type of technology. There's approximately about 16 to 20 bikes on the corner. You basically rent them right through an app. It unlocks it. You jump on it, and you can ride kind of around the city and drop them off at any other bike place. So it's going to be intriguing to see how that does work. They set all those up last year, right at the beginning of the season. And so this will be the second season that this is, when I say season 2, I'm talking about the winter season, where from now until Easter, we have a huge, massive inflow of folks coming in to basically stay warm. And today, My God, today, folks, it was 67 degrees out. We're all freezing down here. 877-927-6648. Gold Bugs Index, HUI, XAU, they both need more volume. That's what they need. We got price going out here today. You get the Gold Bugs Index up 225, has a lot more work to do. Right now, this is at the 189.29. The XAU is trading at up 90 cents at 82.47. And what both of those did do is that they traded into the highs of the lows of 2017, folks. And they actually got into the highs, well, let's see here. We got down to, 80.66. Yeah, it was 81.67. That's what it rejected. It rejected the highs of the lows of 2017 and then got into the highs of the lows of 2016. $82.45, and right now you're at 82.49. That is what actually did save those from getting into lower price. Now, bottom line is that you need a bid. Dollar index is still having a hard time holding higher price. The pullback out here today, though, is on lighter volume. You're down 452 ticks. You're at 21,000 contracts. Now, what it did get back inside the strength on Thursday. So that lines up that this thing can get into this 93,900 area. We go take a look at the small caps. Small caps have been having, some pressure all day long. Which started, the real pressure started at about 11 o'clock this morning. We're down 172. You're at 148.07. And, we'll see 147.86. There's a lot of support right there. That was from the strength on the 27th of September. After the close out here, we're going to get lots of numbers out here coming out here tonight, coming out tomorrow morning also. If you hadn't seen this yet, this is going to get interesting, folks. Constellation Brands, I guess they own the Corona beer market. Bottom line is that they bought a 10% position of Canopy. Canopy, folks, is that trades in the NASDAQ under weed. This is a medical marijuana supplier. Right now, they do, let's see. So they do 39 million right now. They're doing next year, though. You talk about some growth here. They did 12 million in 2016, 39 million they expect this year, 93 million next year, and Constellation Brands bought a 10% position in them. They have a right to acquire another 10% position in them. And what I do expect you're going to see some of these other booze companies get in that business because they're not going to let one second. Let me get this straight. Constellation Brands. It's Constellation. Constellation. And Constellation, by the way, is not that huge. Constellation does $7 billion a year, and Bud, which is InBev, I believe does $121 billion a year. No, $57 billion. They do $57 billion. Constellation does $7 billion. Now, Constellation's $7 billion is just about all in the United States. InBev, Budweiser, they do $16.5 billion. In Latin America, they do $15.7. In North America, they do $6 billion in Asia, and they do $6 billion in emerging markets. But we'll find out. I guess the next thing that if we went out over to, it's going to be interesting to see whether the cigarette companies are going to end up getting into that business also. Altria Brands is trading $64. That's old Philip Morris, right? They do 19.6 billion. Stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We have the Dow Industrials right now down 66. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are down 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartleys, ABCs, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Now he's down 65. The Nasdaq's up 1. S&Ps are down 7. And bottom line is that the bulls just coming in buying, folks. They're coming in buying the close. We just went 23,327 was the low. You're at 23,369 in the Dow Industrials. If you take a look at the SPY, what you're going to see, it's going to end up being a sideways move out here. Bottom line, we opened at 257.07. You're trading 257.03. The NDX 100, we opened out here today at 151.08. You're at 151.70 right now. That's up 49 cents, and that does look like it's going to close over, it's going to close over the highs of Friday. IWM, the small caps, they're having a hard time with price, and they get volume on the way down. Small caps are 156 down, 148.23, and this buy into the close is not helping those small caps that much. Number-wise, though, for the Dow Industrials, that might as well be a flat market because guess what? 61 points right now is nothing with a $23,000, 23,372 mark. That's down 0.2%. The S&P is down 0.3, and the Nasdaq is bottom line flattening out right here as we come into the close. What we do have is that you get a bunch of numbers coming out after the close here. The big monsters are actually going to be coming out NDX-wise on a Wednesday and Thursday, though. A lot of numbers will be coming out after this close here. This week we have 1,517 companies reporting. So you get lots of companies that are reporting this week. There's no two ways about that. And we'll see where those want to shake. The two biggest ones inside the NASDAQ is going to be Apple. Apple's coming out on Thursday after the close, and Facebook, I believe, is coming out Wednesday. Yeah, Facebook's Wednesday after the close. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming back with some numbers for you. Dow Industrials down 68. NASDAQ is flat. S&Ps are off 7.5. Gold's up 530. We'll be right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They've been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. How are you?
I'm doing great. How you been, man?
Not bad. You know, you guys, over the time and with a few of your courses and seminars, you taught me how to fish.
That's a beautiful thing, brother.
Yeah, it's true. And so what happens is I still listen all the time, and to not only you, but some of the others.
Sure.
To, get an idea where the fish might be biting. As far as your services, they're a bargain. When you compare them to a certain prominent man with real estate courses at $35,000 and no contact with the lecturers afterwards at all, and you think of what you guys do for a few hundred, and you can get access and ask questions forever, it's a great deal.
No, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks, as we kick into the end of October and the beginning of November. Holy cow. Love has no obligations or expectations. When you love, whatever you do it because you want to do it. It becomes a pleasure. It's like a game, and you have fun with it. When you love, you don't expect something to happen. Whatever happens is okay, and hardly anything disappoints you. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow Industrials finish down 85. You had the NASDAQ off 2, S&Ps down 10. Gold contract up 540, trading at $12.7720. Silver up 9 cents, $16.85. Both gold and silver, folks, they want higher price. What we have out here today is that last Friday, we did reject lower price as it went into the swing point of October 6th. That lower swing was $12.62. We got down to $12.63. Today, you're up $5. You did 252,000 contracts, which is not bad. Bottom line, want to see more, but it's the start. The start to get up to the 1308. And what I do expect you're going to see is 1362. Silver market. Silver is the same type of setup. Silver actually was a little bit stronger than gold last week. What we have with the silver market, silver today traded to a price point of 16.85. It was up 0.6%. You had contracts of 60,000 contracts. Silver also last Friday got to a low of 16.60. The difference with silver is that the low that it was testing was 16.34. So it basically got into it, got out of it. Now, on silver's case, though, I want to see it over 16.89. That's what we're looking for. 16.89 was the high of the low of that last swing point. Notes and bonds. Notes and bonds, folks, caught a bid higher. They have volume. They have the price spread. If we go to the 10-year first and we look at the 10-year, what you're going to see, 10-year got to a low on Friday of 124.06. We're at 125.01. It had broken the swing point from July 6th, rejected it. Bottom line, goes topside once again, had 1.1 million contracts, which is good contract volume. Bottom line, this wants to go to the swing point of 125.25, and that downtrend has been broken today. Bottom line is that we'll see how it attacks that level, which is the highs of the 13th of October. And if it does attack it like we had out here today, meaning you got some juice behind the move, what you'll see is that this baby will get up into the highs of 128.58. 30-year bond is the same setup. If you want to take a look at, and you don't have the futures, if you go over to the TLT, which is the iShares 20-year bond plus fund, what you're going to see there is that you're going to see that on Friday we did reject lower price as we had gone into the last swing lows. You get a bid underneath the TLT today. We're up $1.18. If we put this on a weekly basis, what you're going to see is that you never even made it to the lowest swing point, which is 122.58. Actually, it did. It hit 122.42. So it made it to 122.58, rejected it. Bottom line, top of this consolidation that it's been in is 129.56. I expect that 129.56 is going to get hit. We take a look at the volumes out here today. So in the NYSE, we did 870 million today. In the Nasdaq Composite out here did 1.9 billion. We did done 2.4 billion on Friday. And what we are going to have here, as one of our Tigers was saying to the close, window dressing. Window dressing is here, folks. So it's going to be intriguing watching this play out the next couple of days. We're going to have a lot of numbers coming out in the next couple of days, but normally in window dressing, it's a positive bias inside the marketplace. Why? Because what you have is that you have the huge amount of 401 IRA money that basically goes into the market each and every month. And the bottom line is that if that money doesn't get put to use, the money managers don't get paid on it. So most times what you're seeing is that they put it to use, and they put it to use very quickly. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market out here today, you had Apple was a mover. Apple's coming out with the numbers Thursday after the close. Apple was up 367, trading all-time highs 166.72. You had Facebook up $1.99, also all-time highs 179.87. Facebook rather is coming out with their numbers on Wednesday. You had Walgreens up 178, 66.26. That has already got smoked. Amazon's getting into their business, and that's going to be a problem child. T-Mobile down $3.37 at 59.58. What that's all about is the on-off again merger between T-Mobile and Sprint. Gilead Sciences was off $1. Mondelez was down 138. We had First Solar up $2.76. Expedia was down again, 358. Qualcomm was up 9. Let's go over to Mondelez. I believe Mondelez, let's just see. They, I believe, are coming out. Yeah, they're coming out with their numbers right now. Let's see if they come out yet. Yeah, so Mondelez just come out with the numbers. That closed at $39.39. That is trading right now at $41.34. Numbers go like this. Earnings per share, the estimate was 54 cents. They made 57. Their revenue, there it is. Okay, so third quarter revenue, the estimate was $6.45 billion. They made $6.53 billion. Their gross margin is 39.5%. The estimate was 40.3%. Their organic revenue moved higher by 2.8%. Their operating margin is 16.9%. Their revenue growth in Latin America was 5.4%. In Asia and East Africa, it was 2.9%. So you have it trading up a couple dollars right now. And the high for the year has been 47. The low bottom line got hit out here today. Mona Lisa's in trouble, folks. That's an ABC structure on the way down. Look at that, baby. Whoa, baby. Get out of the way. Stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Hi, folks. This is Tom O'Brien. If you'd like to be the bank and get the type of interest they receive instead of the low interest rates they give to clients, then I have an investment you may want to take a look at. I'm offering 4-year secured first mortgages on buildable city lots in St. Petersburg, Florida. The investment can be anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000 per buildable city lot. The interest paid is 7% per year, paid monthly. Depending on the investment, the income per month per lot ranged from $175 for a $30,000 investment to $437.50 for a $75,000 investment. If you are in the CD market, you want to look at this investment. St. Petersburg is located in Pinellas County, which is the densest county in Florida. If you're looking for an investment with your principal intact that pays a good interest rate, this may be for you. The supply is limited, so act now. For more information on these secured first mortgage opportunities, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. So if we do go over to Mondelez and we take a look at this. So Mondelez was down 138, $39.30, trading 41 right now. This got sold off all day, and numbers don't look bad, but here, this is what you have set up. Your A point on this is $44.44, which was the high generated out here on August 16th. Your B is $40, so you're talking about $4.44. That's going to line you up somewhere about $37.50. If we pull this back a bit, okay, so the bottom of this consolidation is $35.89. That's what it looks like. The Mondelez are reaffirming their free cash flow. Bottom line, not bad numbers, but that's certainly not going to be helping the stock, because at this particular point, you have sellers in that stock. You get sellers in a pretty good way. Sprint, SoftBank Group talks to merge with the U.S. Sprint with T-Mobile have hit a serious snag, according to people familiar with the matter, throwing the deal into jeopardy. In the past 3 days, the companies have been unable to get past differences over valuation, according to a person close to T-Mobile parent Deutsche Telekom, who asked not to be identified, discussing this private information. The Nikkei reported Monday that SoftBank will propose ending the talks as early as Tuesday, citing the concerns about control of the combined entity. The merger discussions have gone through several fits and starts over a long period, and it's unclear whether the companies will ultimately return to the table. Sprint shares sank 13%. Let's go take a look at it. This has been going on like it's for a couple years right now, folks. So Sprint closed down 65 cents, $6.34. Oh man, what a move this is. This is an ABC down too. So your 8-point there is 855. Your B is 680. So it's almost a couple bucks. 540. And right now we're at 634. 540's game. Yep, 540's game. And if you want to see iconic, let's see. Yeah. If you want to see something that you don't want to lose a, hit the one, ICONIX. ICONIX. There it is right there. Okay, so this equity here today, you know, it's great when you have doing business with large companies. It's terrible when you lose the business of large companies. So Iconic Brand Group today went down $3. Now it's only $1.85 stock. Now this company here, you're going to know some of these. When I pulled it up, I didn't know the brand, but then I remembered that this is a company that kept buying all these brands as they were going downtown. So Iconic Brand Group, they own Ocean Pacific, Mosamito, London Fog, Danskin, Cannon, Fieldcrest, Waverly. Those are all Cannon, Fieldcrest, and Waverly. They're all firms that do sheets, right? The firm diversified through its high-profile purchase of Peanuts cartoon brand from E. Scripps in 2010, along with the licensing the brand's iconic markets, promotes them through in-house advertising and public relations services. Iconic uses the acquisition to broaden its revenue stream and stretch its brand portfolio. The company owns 20 brands and hopes one day to have a collection of 25 to 30. In early 2015, it improved its global footprint when it tamed Strawberry Shortcake brand from American Greetings for $105 million in cash. Strawberry Shortcake is currently a global brand with over 350 licenses and generates approximately 50% of its revenues from international markets. Another means of growth, Iconic expects to grow through its licensing agreements with Walmart to sell Ocean Pacific, Danzig Now, and Star Apparel and accessories. The company also is looking to international markets to boost revenues for the U.S. economy. So I see. Iconic was formerly a footwear company known as Candies. I remember this. Changed its name in 25 to reflect a shift in the focus from manufacturing to brand management. The company continues to keep a toe in the footwear business with Candies brand and through its subsidiary Bright Star. Iconic previously made industry news in 2010, acquiring stake in United Media Licensing, the owner of Charles Schultz, world-famous Panis brand. Interesting. So what they do is that they buy brands that, were at one time big and then, went out of style. Well, this whole company's going to go out of style now, folks. They lost a contract with Walmart, and Walmart no longer is going to push their goods. Iconic brand sinks 55% to the lowest since 2004 after early announcing that Walmart won't be renewing Danskett Now license beyond January of 2019, which ultimately led the company not being in compliance with certain debt covenants. So they owe money. Now they're not going to have the business. My God. So let's see. The bottom line is that you get an ABC structure on the way down. You blew it away with volume. We did 12 million shares today. You took out a swing point with 338 million shares. And when you pull this up, whether it's on a daily, weekly, or monthly, this has been a one-way trip down. This traded at $44 in 2014. You just broke the swing low today of 467, and it looks like 89 cents is on the agenda. When you do the ABC structure on the way down, they're out of business. But you do have 89, 88 cents that is down there from 2009. So that's going to be, it's going to be down at those lower levels. If you didn't, so we go over to, let's go over to Walmart. So Walmart is coming out with its numbers on November 16th. That's trading $86.95. And it looks to me like Walmart is, bottom line, going to give Amazon, I suspect, a run. I'm not quite sure. A run for its money wouldn't be the right term. But it looks to me like Walmart has got together their web strategy, and they're going to be doing some business. Because your high out here of 2015 is 90.97. It looks like Walmart wants to go for it. So Walmart certainly doesn't look like the other retailers that have got destroyed. If we go over to Simon Property Group, now Simon, this is the largest REIT owner of high-end malls. This thing got smoked last week. It went from 161 to 153. We pulled this back a bit. Yeah, this is in trouble. This is off its high of 229. It's building cause to basically break this consolidation that's been in. It's been in a consolidation for quite some time. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. We had the Dow Industrials finish down 85 today. NASDAQ was down 2. S&P's off 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
TFNN has put together the finest programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 8 hours a day, starting at 9 a.m. as Larry Pesavento kicks us off with Trade What You See. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Swim lessons from TD Ameritrade Think or Swim is now at 11 a.m., followed by Basil Chapman at 12 noon. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We go over and we take a look at the commodities market out here. Inside the commodities market, what you had, gasoline was down 0.2% out here today. We had copper up 0.1. Crude was up 0.3%. At 54.11. Gold was up 0.4%. Sugar, silver was up 0.6. Natural gas up 0.8. Let's start with natural gas. Natural gas is $2.99, and we'll see whether we get any cold across the country, because once natural gas broke this $3, that's still in trouble. That's how it's looking. We get to the oil market. We take a look at crude oil. Crude oil is at 54.12. We hit 54.46 today. And what is still game for crude, it looks like that 55, actually it's a little bit higher than that, I believe. Let's take a look at this. You took out your swing point Friday. You took it out with force. Yeah, so crude is game into this $55 level. We hit 54.46. It traded $55 from December of 2016 all the way over to March of 2017. Now that being said, if we take a look at the XLE is having a hard time holding price. That was up 35 cents today, $67.69. What that didn't hold is that didn't hold the highs of Friday. And so that's bottom line, saying you get over them, you close underneath them. We had high volatility on Friday. That's saying it wants lower price. If we take a look at ExxonMobil, Exxon traded down 17 cents, no big deal there, $83.54. Chevron was the culprit that did bring that XLE down. Chevron was up 85 cents today. That hit a low on Friday of 112.57. Right now, you are trading at a price point of 114.39. Tax bill, we're going to see where this whole tax bill is going to come. And we're going to hear quite a bit about this, I'd say, in the next couple of weeks. You get Susan Collins. Let's see what she's saying. Senator Susan Collins, the main Republican, said she learned the hard way that sometimes ad rules don't have an intended effect. Years ago, let's see. Hold on 1 second. She is talking about, let's see, what she's looking for inside this tax bill. Okay, so she's looking for, this is her quote, "I don't believe that the top tax rate should be lowered for individuals who are making more than $1 million a year," Collins said during an interview today with Bloomberg News. "I don't think there's any need to eliminate the estate tax. Repealing the estate tax and cutting the individual rate from 39.6% for top earners concern me," she said, adding that she conveyed her opposition to party leaders. She added that the structure of the estate tax of 40% levy applied to estates worth more than $5.49 million for individuals and $10.9 million for married couples means to avoid hitting the vast majority of family-owned businesses and farms and ranches. She said she's open to adjusting the cutoff level slightly higher. White House and GOP leaders released a tax framework last month that calls for a top individual tax of 35%, leaves rooms for tax committees to add another rate above that. Collins' demands are important because Republicans have only 52 seats in the 100-member Senate and little hope of Democratic support. What's going to get intriguing here inside the tax bill, folks, has to do, I would say, with the mortgage credit write-off and the IRA. The IRA deal is going to turn into a big deal. If they actually think that they're going to be able to basically cut back the amount of money that you can stash in an IRA and say that they want us to pay tax on that right here and now, it would seem to me, common sense-wise, it's like, okay, this was supposed to be a tax cut, and in fact, it's not going to be a tax cut because what has to do with the deferring payment into the future versus right now does two different things. Okay, the bottom line, we don't have defined benefit plans anymore. Well, very few people do, that's for sure. Bottom line is that they're saying, no, we want you to pay that money up right now. And unfortunately, the way that this gets done because of the budget, it has to be done in a temporary way for approximately 10 years and can't blow a hole inside the deficit, which I suspect it's going to do anyway. But I think what you're going to see out here is that those two things hit just about everyone I know. So what's blowing my mind is that why would you? Well, hey, that's what they're going after, and we'll find out. That's what it comes down to. You know, you get a mortgage credit that has been out there, interest credit has been out there forever, in the 401. The 401k is a monster deal. There's no doubt. It's like, okay, I'm going to give you a tax break, but guess what? That tax break may come out sometime in the future. Yeah. 877-927-6648. Some of the higher volume stocks out here. This we had. Merck. Let's go to Merck. Merck is getting killed. MRK. So Merck in 3 days is down from a price point of 62. You're at 54. That's a low for the year. We put this on a weekly basis. This is quite a move. So Merck is saying 58. Yeah, Merck is saying it wants to get down to 48. And we do have at 45 bucks. We have a high volume low from August of 2015. That's where it looks like it wants to go. If we bring this back further, it looks like your high of 2000 was 91. It made it up to 61 twice. And in that case, interesting. So from highs to low, it did make it to a 0.618 retracement. But guess what? It's not going to, it gave it up. And so now you're going to go back down to the lower swing point. And if this gets volume, you know, like it has been doing lately, then this is really going to be trouble in paradise, because this also, from 2009, it does have high volume down there. And that's the whole GE deal. GE's in big trouble. If you own GE, you got to really think that through. Whether, you know, you're getting a 4.7% dividend, but GE's at $20 now. GE took a year, I believe, to go from 33 to 22. Let me just see this for a second. Yeah, it took. So we were trading 33 December of 2016. Yeah. Okay, so it took a year to go from 32 to 20. You have a high volume swing low at 1937, but it looks to me like what GE is going after here is that they're going after the high of the low, which is $11.35. And the way GE is going, by the way, I thought this would take maybe a year. This is accelerating. That's what's going on here with GE. On a monthly basis, it already has higher volume than it did in August. August we did 779 million. It's coming into that with 1.7 billion. So GE is getting flushed. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. The Dow finished down 85. NASDAQ off 2. S&P's down 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. We had Constellation Brands. So that trades under the ticker STZ. The low for the year is 144. The high is 214. 53. Bottom line is that this is at the highs, and what you had out here this morning, folks, is that this booze company is going to be the first one that, bottom line, is out front getting inside the pot business. So what they did this morning is that so this is, let's see, this is the Corona beer seller. So they own the rights to Corona beer also. They bought a minority stake in the Canadian Pot Company, which marks the first foray of an alcoholic brand into the weed business. More than that, what it also does, folks, is that sorry about this. Constellation Brands is a $7 billion. They gross $7 billion. Okay, so it's a big number coming into a company that right now, I believe they did, let's see, so the ticker symbol is weed. They do, the low for the year is 627, the high is 1794. Okay, so they did 39 million this year. They did 12 million last year. They expect to do 93 million next year. What this does, though, is bottom line, the other liquor companies that are out there, you're gonna expect a lot more competition. They bought a 9% position inside Canopy. That's the company, and this is a company that specializes in medical marijuana. What they do plan on doing, however, is up in Canada, what you're going to have, let's see, when in Canada, it's going to be totally legal, I believe, July of next year. Let's see, they're based in New York. They agreed to pay 245 million Canadian, or 191 million US, for 9.9% stake in Canopy Growth Corporation, a Canadian seller of medical marijuana products. The deal kicked off the biggest rally in a year for Canopy, which trades in the Toronto Stock Exchange under the ticker WEED. Among its peers, this company has taken a more progressive stand on weed for quite a while. The chief executive officer, Rob Sands, said in November that the company was keeping an eye on potential cannabis investments. Molson Coors said Monday that it's continuing to monitor the marijuana developments in the U.S. and Canada. We'll leave it to policymakers to figure out the hard questions with respect to cannabis, said Colin Whelan, their spokesman for Coors. In the meantime, we've focused our portfolio on beer and cider brands. Anheuser-Busch didn't immediately have a comment on this investment. Big alcohol could be very positive fellow for the cannabis industry. There's no doubt about it. The real question is going to be, does the cigarette butt industry get into it also? This move is time. Canada has legalized marijuana for medical use nationally and is expected to allow recreational weed by July of 2018. It's not that far away. 8 U.S. states, including California, the District of Columbia, allow recreational use. That means 1 of every 5 American adults can eat, drink, vape, or smoke the product as they please. 21 additional U.S. states have made medical marijuana use legal, even though the drug remains illegal under federal law. Public opinion about the legal marijuana is changing. 64% of the U.S. population now wants to lift the ban on the plan, according to a Gallup poll released last week. That's the largest rating since the firm started asking about the topic in 1969, when there's only 12% approved. For the big brewers and distillers, investing in cannabis is a chance to get in on the action rather than be hit by the consequences. In some states where pot is legal, oh, this is interesting, alcohol sales volume have declined as cannabis has gained. 60% of cannabis users in North America report some reduction of alcohol use when they're already using marijuana. An analyst at Cowen & Company said, in the U.S., cannabis use has been on the rise for almost a decade among 21 to 25-year-olds, while drinking alcohol has been on the decline. The alcohol companies are somewhat terrified of this industry, said Brandon Kennedy. He would say that anyway because he's in the medical marijuana producing business. Okay, the company said treating Canada as an advanced test market to develop cannabis-infused beverages. Okay, so they're looking to get into this as cannabis-infused beverages. More deals are likely in the country's largest producers, which they have Med Relief Corporation, Aurora Cannabis, PI. To date, drinkable weed hasn't been a particularly prominent category. 40% of the cannabis consumers have tried pot-infused beverages, compared with 85% who have tried baked goods, 72% who have eaten chocolates, and 68% who have consumed gummies, according to BDS, a cannabis marketing data company. Still, drinks have been particularly popular with female consumers who don't want the calories for those other edible options. we see cannabis-infused beverages being a particularly point of emphasis when it comes to marketing to women customers. Most other edibles options on the market are candies, cookies, brownies, which are high in sugar and have a lot of calories. Drinkable pot also benefits from the fact that people are using, getting loaded with social lubricants in that form. We have a culture of drinking our intoxicants. There will be a big product winner. Having a beverage is very social, and that's what people are used to. It's going to be really wild, man. This is going to be the Wild West. There's no doubt. But what you'll end up seeing, so picture that when you actually, if we go over to Budweiser for a second, so Constellation is a $7 billion company. When you get into Bud, and this is the largest one in the world, that's $57 billion. Now, that being said, what has happened is that Bud at $57 billion, they only plan on doing $58 billion next year. So they got to do something in order to grow. And they own just about every brand possible. So we'll see where that does shake out. But the actual companies that are in that business, I suspect they're going to get a lot. Let's see what the stock actually did today. So, yeah, the stock's in ABC up. The stock went up $2.43. Look at this. I was looking at this morning, too. Yeah, it took off like a rocket ship. Okay, so it went up $2.43. Took out a B point of an ABC up. Your A point is 837. Your B is 13, so it's like $5. So that's saying 1671. It's almost up there. I believe this is a high volume swing anyway. Yeah, 1794. See, it had gone from 655 to 1794 in November of 2016. That must have been the elections up in Canada. Big number. But bottom line, it's going to get bigger because now you get big money involved. You stay right there, folks. We'll be coming right back. Dow finished down 85, NASDAQ off 2, S&P's off 10.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today. With over $56 million in cash and over $66 million in working capital, Great Panther Silver is positioned as a company with a solid foundation and poised for growth. While completely unhedged to the price of silver, Great Panther retains 100% ownership in 2 producing mines in Mexico, which is the top silver producing country in the world, along with future potential production in Peru. Great Panther is highly leveraged to the price of silver, and after a great year of performance in 2016, Great Panther Silver has a strong outlook for 2017 as well. With good liquidity in trading and strong fundamentals on the balance sheet, while remaining completely unhedged to the price of gold and silver, now is a perfect time to take a closer look at this equity. If you'd like to find out more about Great Panther Silver, then go to greatpanther.com or check them out on the NYSE market, symbol GPL, or the TSX, symbol GPR.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Bitcoin up at another high out here today. Bitcoin closed. Well, it's never closed, basically. It's trading 24 hours a day. Bitcoin hit a high out here during the market hours of 62.52. Right now, that is 6,097. And that did finish over all the highs. 6,063 was the last intraday high. That was on the 20th. Bottom line is that this currency just doesn't stop. That's how this has been playing out. Doesn't mean it's not going to implode, but thus far it hasn't stopped. And what they are going to be doing with Bitcoin, they're going to be, they spun off the Bitcoin Cash, they spin off Bitcoin Gold. Each and every time that they do spin something off like that, what does happen is that that's like a split on a stock. What happens, you get another piece of stock, another piece of paper. In Bitcoin's case, they're getting another piece of cryptocurrency. That's what's going on there. So if we just look back from September 15th, so you're talking October 15th, oh my God, you're not even talking 45 days. It's doubled. On September 15th, it was $29.75, and right now you're at you're at 6,067. Big numbers. Overseas tonight, if we take a look at it, the Hang Seng, that's trading at 28,336. That traded down last night, and if we get inside 28,248, which looks like it wants to get in, then you'll be that'll be a breakout that failed. So the Hang Seng is going to be really important to watch tonight because all our equities indices broke out. This broke out October 3rd, got above it, stayed above it since October 3rd, and looks like it's going to go after to get back inside of that tonight. And if that's what you get, bottom line is that we'll see what kind of pressure we can get out here tomorrow. We do have window dressing, though. Of course, window dressing last couple days of the month, first couple days of the next month, normally a positive bias. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it, step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Everything you need is right inside you, folks. Go for a blast. Look for it speaking right back here.
Grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.